Well, a very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to yet another episode of Perceptive Learning Zone. And today we talk about the future of software engineering. We look at the trends, standards, as well as challenges, right? We see how software engineering is popping up or evolving with AI, with Agile, with industry specific standards, and how it addresses challenges like time to market, technical depth, privacy concerns, as well as a talent shortage. I'll just start by quickly summarizing the definition of software engineering. That software engineering is the implementation of fundamental engineering principles in the, I would say, in the design development, in the testing, in the maintenance of software products, right? So its primary goal is to develop software systems that are high performance, that are efficient, reliable, as well as easy to maintain. Now, software engineering, it involves a systematic and structured approach to software development that includes requirements analysis, design, coding, testing, and maintenance. It also involves the use of various software development methodologies and tools to ensure that the software is developed in a timely and cost-effective manner while meeting the requirements and needs of the users, right? So, software engineering is essential for organizations in virtually every industry, as software plays an increasingly important role in our daily lives. So it is used in a wide range of applications, from simple mobile applications to complex enterprise software. So, as such, software engineers are always in demand, and they play a critical role in the development of new technologies for the advancement of society as a whole. So, you got to ask yourself this question, that what is the future of the software engineering industry? So, the future of software engineering is, for starters, it's hard to predict, right? One thing is certain, that it will be characterized by continued growth, by innovation, as well as evolution, right? So as software systems, they become more specialized, they become more tailored to specific industries, there will be an increasing need for industry specific standards in order to ensure quality, reliability, as well as compliance. Now, in addition, as new technologies emerge, software solutions will become powerful and capable of meeting increasing user expectations. So, overall, the software engineering industry, well, that is expected to continue to grow and evolve in response to the changing needs of business as well as users. So, next up, we talk about the past, present, and future of standards in software engineering, right? So, software engineering, fellows, has always had a set of standards, guidelines, and best practices that are aimed at ensuring the quality, the reliability, as well as the maintainability of software systems, right? However, just as the IT market is constantly changing, so too are these standards, so too, fellows, are these best practices, right? So if we talk about past programming standards in the good old days, right? So the early days of modern software engineering projects, well, this saw the rise of the first software development methodologies, right? A set of rules and practices that aim to make the process of creating software products more streamlined, right? So there was the waterfall model. The waterfall model was the dominant software development methodology in the 1980s and early 1990s. It was a linear approach that emphasized planning, requirements gathering, and documentation. Then you had the CMM, that is the capability maturity model. It was also introduced in the late 1980s and provided a framework for assessing the maturity of software development processes in organizations. So, along with that, another past programming standard was the RUP, that stood for the Rational Unified Process, right? So, the Rational Unified Process is an iterative software development process framework that was created by the Rational Software Corporation that ended up being acquired by IBM in 2003. It provides a disciplined approach, I would say, to assigning tasks and responsibilities within a development organization. And the aim is to ensure high quality software that ends up meeting the user's needs, right? Then, if we look at the present software development models that we got, the present software development standards that we have, right? We feel that these methodologies now in the current era have matured to the point that development teams can now focus on other supportive activities surrounding coding itself, such as cybersecurity, such as approaches that are more iterative in nature, right? So, for instance, now to give an example, guys, you got agile methodologies, right? So agile methodologies such as Scrum, such as Kanban, they are widely used today. They emphasize iterative development. They showcase collaboration as well as flexibility in the software development process. Then you got continuous delivery. Continuous delivery is an approach that emphasizes delivering software in small, frequent increments. It is expected to become increasingly popular as organizations seek to improve their agility and responsiveness. Now, then you have DevOps, right? So, DevOps is a set of practices that aim to improve collaboration between software development as well as operation teams in order to improve or enhance quality as well as efficiency. And this begs the question that what is the future of software engineering, right? So I feel like in the coming years, software engineering will it will continue to evolve, right? It's going to create practices which are more catered to specific industries, right? That's aims at improving the time to market for digital applications, right? So they'll have the companies, software development companies, right? They're going to have to figure out what role artificial intelligence will play in their methodologies and products, especially from an ethical standpoint, right? So if I talk about one future of software engineering, there are AI ethical standards, right? So as AI and machine learning, ladies and gentlemen, they're becoming more prevalent in software development. Ethical standards will be needed to ensure that these technologies are developed and used responsibly, right? Then you got energy efficient computing, right? So climate friendly programming languages, data processing models, and energy efficient hardware will become more popular due to raising climate awareness and always increasing energy costs, right? Then you have industry specific standards. So as software systems become more specialized and tailored to specific industries, there will be an increasing need for industry specific standards to ensure quality, to ensure reliability, and more importantly, to ensure compliance, right? So now that we have talked about these past, present, and future trends of the standards of the software engineering domain, right? It begs the question that what are the current challenges that are being encountered in the software engineering industry, right? Obviously, just because an industry is evolving, it does not mean that it is devoid or free of problems and inefficiencies. So I would like to talk about four key challenges that the software industry is currently, sort of grappling with, right? Number one, obviously, you have the time to market. Now, what do I mean by time to market in the context of this domain, right? So it is the time it takes to develop and release a software product, right? So it is literally the time it takes from the initial idea or concept to the final product being available for purchase or use by the customers, right? Now, in today's fast paced economy, the time to market is more important than ever because it can directly impact the success of the product and the competitiveness of the organization, especially in the startup phase. So, as digital trends come and go, it often comes down to which company releases a demo of their product, which ends up playing a big role in terms of determining their success in the contemporary marketplace, right? After that, other challenge that we have to address over here is technical debt, DEBT. So, technical debt is the sum of the additional work that is required to maintain as well as update software applications or systems due to the use of suboptimal or inefficient application development practices and initial architectural designs, right? So, it is similar to financial debt, technical debt, such that both accrue interest over time. They can become a significant burden on the software development organizations if they are not addressed immediately and effectively, right? So if a software development company, ladies and gentlemen, it's taking shortcuts, right, such as neglecting performance testing or not considering long-term scalability, right, just to release the application on time, then these shortcuts will unquestionably, undoubtedly, beyond any reasonable doubt, create technical debt, right? So technical debt, I would say, is one of the main culprits that is making legacy software systems so infuriating to work with in the first place. So as the app gains popularity, as its number of users climbs, right, the company may realize that certain features need to be added as soon as possible. However, because of the technical debt, it may be very difficult and time consuming to make these necessary changes, right? The code may be difficult to understand or modify, or there may be compatibility or scalability issues. So, all of this, I would say, in a nutshell, it greatly obstructs or hinders the adaptability and flexibility of technology companies, right? Then there are privacy concerns, right? So the sheer volume of private user information collected by companies across industries, it is staggering, right? So, we are swimming in data nowadays. With the growth of digital technology and the widespread use of smartphones, laptops, and other internet connected devices, right? The vast amount of personal data that is being used by companies to personalize content and product offerings with one main goal in mind, that is to maximize their revenue. So there's another side to this coin. See, all this highly sensitive information, it makes users much less trusting of organizations that operate online. On top of that, the privacy concerns, they are being exacerbated or enhanced by the United States and European Union regulations. So all of this, it requires extra effort on the part of software developers to create, to address all possible privacy concerns. And last but not least, there's also, we got to look at other points like we got to look at a factor like, let's say, talent shortage, right? That is another big challenge, right? So the talent shortage is currently considered a major problem in today's software development market due to the high demand for skilled software developers and the limited supply of qualified candidates. So don't get us wrong, there are still, I would say, plenty of junior and mid-level developers out there, but it is the highly experienced senior developers that software companies are really interested in looking for, right? So with the rapid pace, I would say, I'm going to conclude this by saying that with the rapid pace of technological development, advancement, and the increasing reliance on software in various industries, the demand for software development skills has grown significantly in recent years. However, the supply of skilled software developers has not kept pace with this demand, resulting in an acute shortage of talent. So, that's pretty much it for now, folks. In the upcoming session, we're going to look at various trends that are shaping software development in 2024. We look at some more forecasts and statistics to understand what software engineers will be needing in 2030, as well as look at a few success stories to ultimately determine as to whether or not a degree in software engineering is worth it. So please make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Kindly do not hesitate to reach out in the comment section in case you have any queries. And, keep rocking. God be with you always, fellas. Stay blessed. Assalamu alaikum.